Or not. Maybe we don't find out what happened to Dave. We're live.
Last time on D&D and Alamar, the party skirted a swamp where they saw mysterious figures, choosing not to investigate. They instead ventured after the giants. Hunting them down, they sought to manipulate the landscape to defeat the giants without the knowing. And then the plan changed and decided they would poison them instead. Sneaking up stealthily. Using Arix's magic abilities, they stealthed closer, unnoticed. Barrage, stepping away, decided to make part of the large, massive statue glow. Revealing himself in the process, giant boulders were chucked at him, and it became a giant game of ranged whack-a-mole. As Barrage attempted to flee in terror as the boulders struck him time and again, the remainder of the party snuck closer. The door, taking advantage of the young giant just coming out of its tent, blighted the poor creature twice, causing terror among the giants as they realized they were under assault.
Because
Arix, sneaking forward, poisoned the bears roasting over the fire. The party entered melee. Could they save Barrage?
good night, baby. Love you.
Two giants hunted down Barrage. The party ran away. Barrage fell down a hole. What happened? Where did the party go? What will they do tonight? Find out tonight on D&D Olimar! That was a squeeze. Try to fit that in.
I really thought, like, will the party find Barrage? And I thought you were just going to be like, no, and just end it.
That would have been a good start. My bad. And the door transformed into a giant cat panther, revealing an ability the party had not yet seen before. Mounting up his party members, he fled the scene, pausing briefly to try to find where Barrage went, but losing his scent. Instead of facing the giants now charging after them, they fled off into the woods and savannas, hiding among the hills. They felt a safe distance, dismounted, as the door transformed back. Barrage was missing. No sign. But the party seems to have accomplished their mission, they hope.
Yeah,
What do you do?
I definitely want to backtrack and see if all the giants die at some point. I want to see if my poisons were effective.
At some point. That bodes well for you, Dave.
I am more curious about whether my poisons were successful than I am about Barrage's safety.
I was pivotal in that fucking plan, man.
Of
You
course.
drew off two giants and got their attention focused on you, that's true.
Of course, what I'll say in game is, oh.
It sounded like you just gargled. What?
I don't have a jaw.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. I was just like, what the fuck was that noise?
The best loose tongue flapping about that I can do without one. I can go pull a piece of chicken out of my fridge and just slap it around on my table when I want to speak.
It's on the majority of the party. The door transformed back from his massive panther form. Arix is jawless.
Sort of surrounded by hills.
You have low hills around you, a few scattered trees and tall grasses, so you believe you've lost any sign of pursuit. You'd guess you're about 300 feet or so plus away from where you were.
I look for some type of vantage point to see if I can get a better look at the giants.
The low hills all around. Give me a wisdom check.
17.
It occurs to you that perhaps silhouetting yourself on a hill for creatures that are very much taller than you might not be a good idea if you're trying to avoid catching their notice again.
Are there any nearby trees? I know you said we headed off towards Savannah, but
There's a few low trees. Most of them wouldn't likely provide much more advantage than hilltop.
would they provide cover as well as that hilltop vantage?
Potentially.
Noticing the door looking about, I will point to myself and point to a tree. Hopefully one that looks like it has some cover.
I shrug. Just make sure you're hidden.
I'll give it a shot. I'll sneak up the tree, see if I can see anything.
Perception?
Perception's going to be a 17.
Hiding. Give me a stealth check too while you're hiding in the tree.
24. Thank you. I'll get it when I can. Is there a clean stein? Perhaps in the dishwasher, I think. If not the cabinet. Thank you. You rock. Oh, do you want Animal Crossing? Okay. Hawks.
So as you look out over the hill, just barely over the hills, you can see signs of two of the giants still moseying around looking for you. You can see they seem to be searching hither and fro, but have lost track of you. They seem to be looking in the grass around where you fled from, unsure of where the panther took off to.
Alright, I'll climb back down and go try to relay it to the party. To the door, I'll go. Two over, I'll point to the hills, and I'll just, like, look about in the grass for a second.
I'm using the shortcut. You want me to heat all of it up?
Yeah, email that.
Which one's the Britney song?
4 fucking 8? What does that mean?
Yeah,
He's
which
healing
one's that?
himself. Put it in the wrong window.
What a
Oh,
turd.
yeah, so my bottom jaw is blood, and
Distracted by
it's
wife.
currently gone, so I just have, like, a loose tongue flapping about.
Should we...
God damn, you're good at this shit.
Should
Yes.
we wait? Or should we go back to that nasty smelling village? Maybe see if we can round up a small army to deal with these giants in case the poison doesn't work.
Pointing to the three of us, I'll shrug and shake my head. Am I actively bleeding anywhere from combat still?
not bleeding, but various spots are oozing, as if much of your blood is almost coagulated.
Is it at least my ooze?
You believe so?
I'm gonna try to, like, see if I can piecemeal a little bit of a jaw.
As you watch, Eric uses his claws to scrape oozing half-dried blood from his various scrapes and scrits, and places them around where his jaw once was. As you watch, the globs fall to the ground immediately after he removes his hand.
I sigh. Where there's tall grass is there. Right, we're still in the savannah. Is there? Oh, the nearby tree. I'll just carve a little bit of comment into it. Say, think safe.
Give me a dex check.
16.
You managed to carve semi-intelligible words, saying "think safe," spelled THNKSFE.
I narrow my eyes.
I point to the first word.
No, I get it, but just do it in the dirt next time. Don't harm the trees.
I stand in the tall grass, shorter than the tall grass. I just hold my arms out and just spin a little bit.
The grass sways with your movement, some of it battened down by your moving footsteps, but mostly it springs back up, covering you once again.
Just cut the grass.
I'm gonna start carving this tree again.
Salvo, any input?
I mean, no, I'm kind of letting them do their thing at the moment.
I'll, instead of carving into the tree or trying to write in the grass, which I know they won't see, I'll just, like, prick myself so I can get, like, a facet of blood going. I'll just write on a tree, like, grass just small tree.
As you prick your finger, dealing 1 point of damage, the half-coagulated blood seeps slowly from the wound, and you find halfway through whatever you're trying to write, you run out of blood from the wound.
Alright,
He dead.
enough. I get it.
Well, yeah, he is dead. That's the point.
You need to go hunt something. Me and Papa will stay here. Keep an ear out for these giants.
Alright, I'm gonna go forage for something then.
Survival check at disadvantage. As your tongue flapping around creates a great distraction for you, as well as creating a slapping slop sound
15.
as you attempt to be stealthy.
It's 15 with disadvantage.
You spot what appears to be a small crow in one of the nearby trees.
Alright, well, I'll shoot it. Uh, 22.
You bring the crow down.
Alright, since I don't have a jaw, I can't really chew it, so I'm just gonna try to stuff it down.
Alright. Hefting the still twitching crow form, you shove it into the hole right beneath your upper jaw. And you hear a pitiful squawk as the thing gets shoved down.
Why don't you have a jaw again? Because you haven't eaten?
I'm assuming that if he eats, he'll regenerate in some capacity. So that's why I told him to go hunt.
So the eating has been restoring my various stages of dismemberment, be it like regrowing scales or blood growth or whatever.
Yeah.
But with everything that was going on,
You haven't
my blood jaw fell off.
He used his blood jaw to empower a strike.
Yeah. So I did it to myself, but now I'm trying to recover from it. Why is every character that I play have some manner of speaking issue that I do to it?
You got a critical hit to your throat, and I let you live. That's why, Mr. Dwarf.
No. I understand, but everything always ends up like factoring into my ability to speak.
I like challenging you, we'll say. I feel like you get more into your character if I make it harder for you to talk.
I've been into this character. This is the most I've been into a character. You're like, what if you just loose tongue?
Well, no, you still have a tongue. You didn't lose it.
Loose tongue.
It's just-
Loose tongue. Yeah, loose. I meant it's just flopping about.
Well, maybe don't be a murder god.
You're like 3/4 of a step away. It's not far. It's not a far distance.
Not a murder god. Not just murdering. I'm
just-
awful. Evil. There's method to the madness, not just kill.
Assuming during the hunting time that counts as a short rest.
You're the worst roller I've ever seen.
I rolled a 3.
You haven't rolled over a 10 yet.
I have not. That's true.
Sorry to interrupt you, Chris. I just can't believe Dave sometimes.
It's all good. So while me and Ryan are on watch, I'm assuming this might quantify as a short rest. And I was going to ask if Ryan needed to recover HP.
A lot. Sure.
I do need to recover it.
If I'm hunting for an hour, I'm going to continue to try to find game to eat.
Alright, give me another survival check. Disadvantage.
19 that time. It's the reverse, but that's what my wife sent me when she heard me talking about not having a jaw.
I got Dave's center front on Discord, and watching him facepalm continuously is so great.
Oh yeah. At least he moved the light from in front of his... He had a work light set up so he could see his desk to his side, and it was just perfectly in front of his face the entire time. From this side angle he's got going.
Alright, so you short rested you two. 19 out of Arix. Arix, you managed to catch a small fox. Snaring it with your dagger. It lies bleeding and gasping in your hands.
Alright, so before I try to eat this thing whole hog, I'm gonna drink its blood.
Ah. Raising the blood and pouring it towards the hole in your face. It slowly coagulates and reforms the jaw.
Now I'll eat the
As
rest.
it does so, you watch as the form you're holding seems to desiccate and decay in your very hands, the fur turning gray and black, falling off the corpse that you hold, until you hold what appears to be a hawk of rotted meat vaguely in the form of a fox.
Alright, I will ditch the rotted meat and return to the party triumphant.
Ryan's
I'm so
disgusted by
glad.
this.
Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't see that. That's horrible.
Dude, I feel like every session I do something that your response is just like, what the fuck, at how, like, gross it is. But I'm undead, so
He literally was just like, and just drawing the blood from this thing.
yes.
Can we go back to good campaigns?
We can.
I liked it when we were out there, like, saving women and children.
Alright, do that next time.
So wait, you don't want to just save them, but then eat them?
I'm saving them by subjugating them, so it's the same. To me, it's the same thing. I'm not
Right,
just
and
draining their life source and being like,
And I'm just saying,
You're a husk.
I could probably fit a baby down my throat, yeah.
I'll save them by adding them to me. Arix comes striding back into your small depression between the hills, a bright red blood jaw flaunting beneath on his face, his tongue no longer lolling about.
How much HP did you grab, Ryan?
what'd you heal me for?
I didn't heal you for shit. That was a short rest.
Oh, short
Good die.
rest. I get to use.
Hey, there you go, Dave.
It's a lot of potatoes are not holy.
Tell Ashley to shut the fuck up.
Thank you, Ashley. I love you. Shut the fuck
That's
up.
not what he said, Dave.
He's stuck
Yeah,
it in there.
I heard it at the end.
She's already in the basement. He's like, shut the fuck up.
How hard would you have laughed if all you heard was "dun dun dun"? What did you say?
I just pictured David actually getting in a fight. She, like, storms off, slams the door. He waits till he hears the car drive away for 5 minutes, and then he's like, and another thing!
That's what I said!
Okay, Eric's better now. No sign of giants?
No, nothing.
They, a few hundred yards out, looking in grass, lost sight of us.
I am capped. Back.
Well, how about you take another look, see what they're doing now?
I will climb up the tree.
Perception and skill.
Perception's going to be a 17, and stealth is going to be a 23.
You see no sign of the giants in the nearby area from your vantage.
Is there... So I know where they were before. How much of a vantage do I have from my point?
You've got like a 40-degree unobstructed view of roughly the field area where you snuck towards the giants and where you last saw them. You can't see the plateau with statue or the camp.
All right.
However, give me a perception check again.
Uh, 21.
Something catches your eye. You note a dark spot set at an angle within the grass. It looks like it could be some kind of hole.
Can I determine the size of this hole?
Not from where you are, no.
Okay. Crawl back down. No sign of giants nearby. At least where I could see them before. Can't see everything up there. But did see a spot. Possible hole in ground.
Perhaps we should investigate. It's not like we can. It's not like the giants are hiding. Pretty sure they'd be easy to spot.
Well, spot giants taller than grass, at least, but maybe hole in ground give cover if deep enough. If giants are lookabout, can hole up. Ha!
Well, we need to find our comrade. And we also need to see if we were successful, so let's approach cautiously. You have to explain that one to me.
Hole up, wait it out.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's the joke I was making.
Y'all bad.
Alright, assuming Ryan's on follow, because has been so far, I'm gonna head off in the direction of the hole.
I am following.
Alright. Making your way up the small hillside, you creep back down into the grasses. You can see the raised plateau in the distance, and even from here you can spot the giants sitting around the fire, clearly starting to parcel out the bear meat.
Good, eat. Be full, then be dead.
Perhaps it's wise to maintain a distance from here until we see the effects.
Yes. Not go up until I see if poison work. But this hole. And I'll peer inside.
Perception, please.
Perception's killing me a little bit tonight. 17?
You look down and you see what appears to start off as a steep incline of dirt and roots. Not too far down, you see that moisture is definitely at play as the dirt turns to mud. Slick. What was your roll?
17.
You can see that there appears to be a wide swath of mud slicked down. Clearly something at least of medium size fell down this hole and slid.
Wet down here. Look like turned to mud. Something fell down. Medium size. I can't see any. Actually, let me check around the perimeter of the hole for tracks.
You've attempt.
Survival's gonna be a 20 not net.
One more.
No, stop talking to Dave and talk to me, Dan. Get in, please.
You had a what for your check for tracks?
20 not net.
20
Sorry.
not net. Looking around, you see that most of the tracks have clearly been disturbed or destroyed by the giants searching the area. Much of the grass and dirt has been flattened beyond any sign of other trail. However, at the lip of the tunnel, of the hole, you note that there appears to have been a half footprint smudged out, as if somebody running had hit the edge of the hole and fallen. Somebody of perhaps medium size. Run, Chris, run!
Already back.
Oh, wow, that was fast.
super fast, you're like Flash.
Most tracks destroyed, but someone medium-sized fall into a hole and slide down in mud. And that sounds like very brush thing.
Dave, you look so confused, even from a side angle.
Well, the mud would explain why I couldn't smell them.
Ryan, you also... So, I found a hole in the grass.
I heard the hole. I heard Barrage probably fell in it.
Yep. And the giants don't seem to be roaming about looking anymore. They're sitting down, ready to tuck into the bear. Well,
Yoke.
in our travels for our buddy, I'm gonna go in the pit.
Does Pass Without Trace affect the terrain type?
No,
No.
it just impacts you in the terrain.
I was thinking if they made, like, slippery things non-slippery.
You just wouldn't make a noise slipping through it.
Arix, you drop down the hole.
Yeah, I'm gonna head down the hole.
All right, give me an acrobatics check to keep your feet.
Aren't you drinking scotch or something?
No, just go. I got work tomorrow. I have to drive in.
I just saw like a. Oh, okay. I just saw like the top of it, and I was like, this month.
I don't normally drink when DMing. You guys keep me on my toes too much to allow that. I need quick thinking to keep up.
19 for acrobatics.
All right. Using your claws, tail, and widespread hands and claws, you manage to keep your feet as you start to pick up speed as you slide down the mud.
Wait, hold. Fuck.
Hold.
I'm gonna look back at Pabu and make sure he'll fit in this fucking hole.
How big is the hole?
I mean, a medium-sized fellow went down it before, and Ryan's a
It's-
medium-sized fellow.
You'd guess you'd estimate it's approximately 4 feet wide. The hole seems to have about 3 to 4 feet vertical. So if Pabu were to attempt it, he'd have to go down on his backside for sure.
Or his front side. He could
Or his front side.
I'm just saying, this could be a water slide for him. He doesn't have to
It,
do it.
it could be.
It's only 3 or 4 feet down.
No, you can't see the bottom.
So, what was your horizontal and vertical then?
The dimensions of the hole.
Yeah, but. Oh, before.
Yeah. I thought you were concerned about fitting.
I
Trying to
was.
explain that you would fit. Just not
No,
standing
I
it.
knew that I would fit, but when you said like 4 feet vertical.
I was trying to say, like, height-wise is what it was.
Yeah. Before it just is nothingness.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, just in case, I'm gonna go first if you don't mind. I'm gonna.
You say as Arix is already flying down the hole.
Well, I mean before it. I was speaking to Pavu, and I'm gonna jump out. And do you need acrobatics for that?
Please, unless you're willing to go on your backside.
Oh, acrobatics, 20.
Are we really trying to save Dave again?
Crouching low, you go into an almost surfer's position as you you descend down your first few steps, hit the mud, and start to slide. Using balancing, you keep your feet flying down a rapid decline.
You made those noises too. Ooh, ha, ha!
Ooh, ha!
Like a fucking like a monkey.
Just a real quick note, Ryan. We're currently not trying to save Dave necessarily, but we are trying to find him.
Yeah, but if we weren't trying to save him, then we wouldn't be trying to find him. Just move on.
I mean, he had stuff on him.
We would. I'm
And,
just saying, I'd rather watch the Giants eat bear and die.
okay,
than-
I could turn him.
I don't know that.
So. That's right, I
Just
haven't.
get down. Dave is battered and bruised, and we just start fighting over whether you're going to turn him or subjugate him.
Oh, if he was dead, I could turn him. I don't know if I could turn him if he was alive. I haven't tried that one yet.
Dave will roll low enough for you.
That's also true.
Alright, I'm going to climb down into the hole.
All right. Using your size, you wiggle a bit and get yourself positioned, and essentially water slide yourself down, grab the top lip and flying down.
Nice.
All right. As you each one at a time drive down the hole, you find yourself finally resting at the bottom of a steep decline. You find yourselves in. Everyone have dark vision? Who doesn't have dark vision?
I do
Well,
not.
I didn't know if that changed.
Oh,
I didn't know if you had gotten like a gift from Bane that gave you dark vision.
no, I do now. Nope, I do now. I have dark vision. It was one of the, like, feats.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. So you find yourselves in a small room at the bottom of the decline. A low glow seems to emit from nearby moss along the walls. In the center of the room, you note a small pool. A dripping noise from overhead seems to draw your eyes up, where you see various roots sticking down from the dirt ceiling. You note there's an opening at the far end that appears to lead into a further decline.
Medicine / poison on the roots. Since it's survival poison. I don't have medicine. Well, I do. What can I roll for like both of them, or do you need 2 rolls?
You can roll a survival check.
All right. 18.
That's the freebie. It's pretty sick.
It appears to be normal plant roots overhead. You see no medicinal or poisonous purpose to them.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so not like for whatever reason, the way you described it, I thought it was like a hanging garden.
No, it just seems to be like plant roots and tree roots coming down from the
Right,
skin.
I get that now, but I thought you were describing like a hanging garden. I'm like, oh, I want to know what these are used for. Instead of it's just like, no, that's the tree above you, dummy. Alright, I'm going to head towards the opening on the other side, stealthily, and try to peer and listen through.
I
Right,
want to do
you-
something, but I don't know if it's out of character knowledge or not. As an elf, would I know about other sub-races of other elves?
Maybe.
It's not mentioned in my backstory at all, but maybe
That probably not.
shoehorn that in with the law bearer.
You might have vague knowledge.
Could this possibly be drow tunnels?
Eric's not deal with drow too much, but knowledge, kobold or cavern.
Do I even know what drow are?
I don't know. I don't think that's been addressed.
That's why I'm kind of like walking the line of out of character.
Yeah, I feel like we don't go under.
Stupid, Dave. Stupid.
So it was a 29 stealth, a 19 to listen through, see if I can spot anything, and my knowledge check as far as if I know anything about caverns or drow or anything is a 22.
Arix, you do have some experience with drow, albeit brief. You have more experience with caves and caverns based off of your backstory. You'd guess that this cavern appears to be relatively natural, or naturally carved for the most part. You also are aware that drow typically are much further down than just this. As you look down the hole and tunnel, it appears to be a further steep decline where you cannot see the bottom. The ground itself appears slick the whole way.
In hushed tones, because I don't know how... I don't want to echo down the chamber to the door. I will say, another slope going down, not see bottom, slick ground like on entrance, and far as drow, this look more natural formation and too shallow for drow.
I'll just nod at you.
Waving the party on.
So you're heading down?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the hell Ryan's holding.
It's a Christmas group, maybe?
Is that some sort of like Christmas Groot? What the hell just...
Look at this. It's a piece of glass.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But it's
that's
Groot.
a piece?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Look how crazy that thing is, though.
That thing is freaking me out a little bit.
And that's at the bottom of the tunnel.
Imagine you wake up at... Imagine you wake up at 4 in the morning and that thing is like this close to your face, just like looking at you. That thing is terrifying.
I don't think so.
No, it's really not. Like if you see it, like
We did
it
see
looks scary like that, but
Nah,
Is it a
looks
bowl?
scary. Yeah.
yeah.
No.
That's
So
nuts. That's good glass work. Like
that is
I'll
good
give it
glass work. So Ryan, I said that drow wouldn't be this shallow; they'd be further down, and this entryway is another slick slope that heads further down, and you can't see the bottom. And then you can watch me wave the party on and go sliding again.
we're really rescuing Dave. All right.
Or turning him. I don't know what his roles are.
No,
he might be dead at the bottom.
That's true. He might be dead.
And then we can turn him into a mindless junkie while he re-rolls whatever else he's gonna fucking roll.
All right. Following.
Alright, as you head down, acrobatics check from each of you.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Nope. Alright, what seems like practiced ease, you each take a turn sliding down the tunnel. Mud seems to fly in all directions as you skirt your way down agilely, mud coating your lower halves as it flies up both from the ground beneath you and those in front of you. I'm going to hold for a second and give Dave a little more time since he's been down here longer. And isn't keeping up the pace.
Shock.
He's working. He's just not going fast.
He's stuffing his face. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, that's what he just said. Yes,
Oh, do you?
he just literally typed it. Said, "Sorry, I'm eating."
Sonic's getting digitally released early.
Cool. Probably watch it then.
Sonic, The Hunt, Birds of Prey.
There were a bunch.
Yeah. Universal's kind of opened the floodgates, but I heard Sonic's getting put up too.
Onward was good.
I didn't know if that was going up. I gotta watch that one.
That's a new Disney Pixar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who are the voices of that? Pratt and Holland?
you'll enjoy it. It's got a lot of D&D to it. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it was Pratt and Holland.
Was
Yeah.
Pratt and Holland?
Holland was the new Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I like Holland.
Sonic was good.
I like Sonic.
I was shocked how good I thought Sonic was.
It was.
I thought Adam hyped me up, and I went in there. I was like, I don't know, man, really that good? My daughter sat through almost all of it except the last 20 minutes, and then she started getting fidgety. And I was like, baby, it's the end. Watch. And then you get like the final battle where Sonic it was good. And she was souped. That was her first movie ever.
Yeah,
Movie theater.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
It was.
And just like I said when you and I were talking, the small nods they do for like Sonic throughout the years that don't get called attention to, or just
Yeah. Why he gathers coins, like that was cool.
and just like the stuff in the background, like chili dogs, and they make no mention of it.
Yeah. Yep. No, he says he likes them.
So the chili dogs they do call attention to, but just like him playing guitar, like stuff from like Sonic Underground and just like all the cartoons and stuff, and it doesn't get addressed.
And then you gotta hang in for the after credits.
Yeah, plus Jim Carrey's like peak '90s madness, and it's fantastic.
I also like that they didn't sit there and try and explain it. Like, oh, it's just like, nope, this is it. No questions asked.
Yeah,
Moving on.
They gave you a backstory, and we're like, we're gonna focus on this part here. Pay no attention to either side of the rest.
Yep. You got rings. That's all you need. Everything else, rings.
Yep.
And I was a big fan as well. I thought they were going to draw it out, and it was only going to be like 10 minutes worth of like, oh, this is Sonic.
Oh my god. You ever just look for gifts under Dave?
As you slide down the tunnel, you find yourself in a much, much larger cavern. You come out in a low pool of water up to your shins, or in some cases, a little over your knees, Arix. You sit breathing a little heavily after the ride down. The room around you seems filled with massive standing mushrooms. A light glow seems to rest along the wall, rise from the walls. Not too far off, standing a little bent over, you hear an echo of a song, and you see Barrage staring down at a small figure. And by small, I mean tiny, whereas it literally seems to be barely standing above the water. Well, that's creepy. Barrage, you hear your companion slap down into the water nearby. That one's really good, Adam.
Like I'm like, what happens if I just look up Dave? And that was like number 4. Like, this is good. This is a really good one. Can I make out what the figure is he's singing to?
As you peer closer, you see a tiny, tiny little figure. Let me give you the same description I gave Dave, because I feel like it was pretty good. It appears to be bipedal, with a tail almost if not as long as it is tall. Two small horns rise from its head. Large bulbous eyes are set in its face. Long, wide-set ears breach from its octagonal head, and a vertically ovular mouth filled with sharp little teeth seem to be the source of its voice, as it appears to communicate with Barrage. It seems to have a white underbelly with a green flecked skin. Small black bulbous, almost scales seem to rise in part along its flesh. And let's see if I can give you an image.
Oh,
You're gonna make a surprise for Mummy?
it's one of those things.
Okay.
I'm gonna call out and say, "You found me."
Oh, you're not dead.
No, he's not dead. Just stupid.
Yes.
One of you want Bond?
Can I knowledge cavern for like the name of this creature,
You can try, sure.
or at least what I would have called him? 22.
So he's tiny. He's about this tall.
Right.
What's your roll?
22.
No idea what it is.
Knowledge nature.
This is my new friend, Sheila.
17.
No clue.
Sheila, not my name. You know her nickname.
So what do we call you?
I, Sheila Mintrix Torek Aimu.
Oh, Eric's not gonna remember all that.
If Bond can call me nickname.
What bond?
The thing seems to throw its hands up in exasperation.
Bond, connection.
No,
All surface people stupid?
know what bond is. Not know what bond do for you or me.
Bond, you make connection. I know you, you know I. I help, you help. All help. Everyone happy.
Your namesake is similar to that of Goliath's.
Goliath wants a Bond? I need Bond.
Yep, just gonna back off and let you guys talk. Enjoy that. All set with that.
Why need bond?
I need Bond.
Why need bond?
Because need it. I make fair trade. He wants service. I need Bond. I take service for Bond.
So, him saying service, you bond brush?
No. He want to go to service.
Oh, go to service. Oh. Sorry, misheard.
He looks exasperately between Arix and Barrage and just shakes his head, his tail thumping the water a few times, clearly in agitation. Causes a trickling little splash based off his diminutive size.
Well, most of us here are already bonded to other.
Not how it work. Not like to gods. Familiar. Yes, you know this word?
Do I?
You be master, I be familiar.
Do I understand those terms?
Give me an intelligence check. You don't really have a background for familiars.
That's why I'm straight up asking you. That's gonna be a 7.
You don't understand the term familiar. You understand the term master, though.
Eric's not no familiar. No master.
Master servant, then.
I'm gonna go down on one knee and extend a hand.
You want to bond? Good.
His long, thin legs step forward through the water, and he holds out a 3-fingered clawed hand, places it on yours. You accept?
Sylvanas is always looking for more followers.
That's a
Join
yes?
me. Yes, join me.
Good.
You feel a pulse of warmth flow from his little scaly palm into yours. It seems to travel up, and suddenly you can sense this little creature. You know exactly where he is. You feel as if you were closed your eyes, you would be able to point directly to him. And you gain a sense of resistance. You gain the ability of magic resistance as long as he's within 10 feet of you.
Sweet.
Chris did the thing.
Chris did what?
He formed a bond with the creature. Eric's probably would have, but Chris was like, I take a knee. It just seems like Dave asked a bunch of questions and
Dave kept trying to change the topic. Dave doesn't like to accept anything.
what are you wearing, her mittens or something?
Bro, it's D&D. Play D&D.
Out loud. Now that we're bonded, shall you take us to the surface?
His eyes seem bulbous, insect-like eyes seem to focus, and he nods his head.
Slight warning, he doesn't like light.
No mind light, no light spells. On me.
Oh,
Barrage.
I heard a noise and cast fairy fire on him.
You act as if I'm not here.
I can't say your name.
The
You
door.
don't-
He very rude. Smack him, please.
You forget what happened last time you cast Fairy Fire? And I look him up and down. How bad does he look injured right now?
I'm half health.
Given size of rocks, would have thought you hurt more.
Well, I can heal myself. But did the plan work?
Eating now should go up and find. We came for you. Or at least your body. You might have something useful.
I do.
No touch little big mushrooms. Definitely no eat little mushrooms.
He scampers up the door's leg, perching himself on his shoulder.
Go that way.
He points a clawed hand.
Thank you.
I'll scratch underneath his chin.
Chris, are you planning on taking the lead, or do you want him to direct and me to follow?
I'll take the lead.
Alright, as you move through the mushroom forest before you, everybody give me an acrobatics check to avoid touching the big mushrooms.
When it's not based on my intelligence, I have a good modifier. It was in the kitchen next to the fridge.
As you start to make your way through, Pavu clumsily bumps into one of the larger mushrooms, which immediately starts to rattle and shake. Spores blast off into the air from all around it. Everybody make a con save.
Oh, that I can do.
Can I use my mastery of spores to try to control it as a reaction?
What ability would you have that would allow that?
Halo of spores?
No, that's really more your spores.
Okay. There's a reach.
Yeah, I was intrigued. I wasn't sure if you had something else that might better apply.
I'm sorry, I was con, you said?
Con save, yep.
16.
Actually, do I even need to... with this?
Nope, you're fine. Good call. Alright.
Is it poison? Do I get advantage?
You all feel a wave of sleepiness rock over you, except for Arix. However, with force of will, and a few sneezes, and a runny nose here and there, you continue making your way through, sloshing through the water. Finally, you make it onto a dry, rocky surface, which leads out into a massive, sprawling cavern. You can see spots of glow, or you can guess similar fungi or plant life seems to emit light, creating pockets of visibility through this dark cavern. You hear an echoing sound of water dripping seems to move through this cavern, and oddly enough, you hear what sounds to be the faint whispers of voices echoing.
Do you hear that?
Voices? Yes, hear voices. I'm debating harvesting one of the mushrooms that you're out of range of.
I swing my neck and glare at everyone and put my finger to my lip.
I'll leave the mushrooms alone. I'll take point, stealthing, and heading up. The pockets of light shouldn't bother too much. I'll just stick to the shadows.
I am going to wave at everyone and tell them to follow.
And follow.
I'm going to proceed to hold on to the right hand of the stick to the right wall.
So we're all moving to the right wall. Arix is leading. Everyone's trying to move quietly.
Yep. So with
Yeah.
since he's sticking right, I'll try to guide right.
All right. I need a group stealth check.
Oh shit! Thought I would for sure fail.
I was ready for you to, especially when you started laughing. I'm like, I should have cast Pass Without Trace again.
No, that's a great roll.
All right. Using the right-hand wall as your guide, you start to move forward slowly and silently, dancing around the occasional, I forget which one's the ground, but stalagmite or stalactite. I think it's mite on the floor. I could be wrong. If anyone else is a better geologist, feel free to correct me.
I think there's like a phrase to remember, but I don't remember what it is.
It might be on the ceiling or it might be on the floor. That would be tight. Either way. Get it? Stalactite. Stalagmite. I don't know.
I feel like Chris is about to give us the answer, so.
I feel like Chris already has the answer. He just doesn't want to share it and embarrass me.
Stalagmite is an upward growing mound of mineral deposits.
I was right. It's a mite. Dodging around the occasional stalagmite, you start to make your way along. You come across patches of blue-green glowing grass-like plant life, and the occasional bulb set growing out of what appears to be a crack in the wall, also creating dim illumination, allowing just enough for those without dark vision to see where they're going, but not well.
That's just Braj at this point, right?
That's Braj and Pavu, I believe.
Well, Pavu said he had dark vision from a feet.
No. Yeah.
I do.
No, Braj has dark vision. He's a dwarf now. Look at that. Everybody's got dark vision.
All right, traded racials. All right. Yeah, cool.
Stealthing along, perception checks.
Killing it tonight.
Good one, Ryan.
Hey, you passed the stealth. If you're quiet but you can't see shit, I'll take the quiet.
No, I'm worried about these flowing locks.
You do have some long-ass hair, man. Is that driving you nuts yet?
No, it's not.
He's got a mullet. Of course not. He's all business in the front.
It is not a mullet.
It's not mullet if the front is as long as the back.
The front's longer than the back. The front's probably the longest of it all. That's front.
Though I'm curious when, because where I tend to draw the line is when I get out of a shower and it dries and it just starts to curl up on the neck.
Yeah, don't know that problem.
Yeah, that's a weird problem that you find you have when you grow your hair out. It starts to bother me.
My hair's shoulder length right now.
Yeah, I hate getting out of the shower and I dry off and everything and I'll catch myself in a mirror, I'll go to put a hat on and it's just straight curl. And just bothers the fuck out of me.
Yeah, mine really doesn't curl. It's straight.
Really, Dave?
I'm sorry, what the fuck is this? Are those shades? Are those yellow lenses? Do you have HD glasses?
It's got the blue blocker lenses, that's all.
What are you talking about?
No, it's not that though.
Oh, isn't it though?
It's not.
Isn't it though?
I'm sorry, can we sidetrack this GIF for a second on a completely different level? Is he doing the bottle challenge with his fucking hair?
Yes.
Ryan could do it if he wanted to.
I was all about the fabulous hair flip. I didn't notice he was doing the bottle challenge till you called it out.
I didn't either.
Listen, Lawrence, don't get mad just because you're fucking bald.
Shave.
I was gonna say, we've been over this before. Lawrence is shaved specifically so he doesn't have that knowledge.
I'm balding, but I am shaved. There's a difference.
You can't be bald if you shave your head.
Oh, you can. But the hair still grows everywhere, just not as thick.
Yeah, but if you bick it every day, nobody knows.
Right.
Well, that's what I mean. It's ostrich syndrome. He'll never know that he's bald because he shaves his head.
I get lazy sometimes. I know when it's growing out.
Got the old Pablo Francisco monkey butt.
No, it's just very thin on top. It's very annoying. I could horseshoe it like a motherfucker if I wanted to.
Oh no.
Why are you not?
I don't know.
You should do it for Halloween and go as George Costanza.
No, thank you.
So
there,
great.
No, thank you.
Oh, that'd be great. There are two moves with the horseshoe. Own it.
If Halloween
Walk
is
the
a
fuck
cancel.
away from it. Yeah, if Halloween isn't canceled.
Everything else is getting canceled, so who knows?
All right.
St. Patty's Day got canceled for motherfucking sake.
My family's
St.
not
Patty's in my
doing.
living room.
My family's not doing. Or Melissa's family not doing Easter.
Meanwhile, I get a message from my family that's like, my cousin Jake shared some bullshit link of like things to do to avoid coronavirus, and it was like, drink a hot liquid every 20 minutes because that'll wash the germs down into your stomach where they can be destroyed. And I was like, hey, this is bullshit. And I shared like a link debunking myths that are getting spread around. And the first response I got was Krista, like, I don't think now's the time to be lashing out at each other. And I was like, I'm all set with this conversation if you think I'm angry at anyone. See ya. And I just left the chat. And then I sent Lawrence a message and I'm like, I'm going to delete my fucking Facebook. Fuck my fucking family.
So, can you have Facebook? Can you have Facebook Messenger without Facebook?
No. You can turn off your Facebook. You can turn your privacy settings to like nobody can do anything. You can delete everything else on there and then have Messenger.
So I've considered, the option I considered was nuke my Facebook and just start another so that I could be friends with specifically you four. But then when I considered that, I'm also like, I got Discord. Got everybody in Discord. And I don't have to fucking see Zuckerberg's name in Discord's fucking mentions.
Dave, how was the shooting range today?
Not enough camo. He needs his Twisted Tea hat.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Oh
What are you
my
shooting
God.
these days? A Magnum?
22.
Go put your Twisted Tea hat on and complete the look.
Oh, he'll actually get up and leave, and we'll... Damn it.
There he goes.
That also helps. Are you still a Patriots fan since Brady left?
Of course.
No, he's a Bucks fan now.
Can we tackle this after D&D so I can raise?
You know how many Buccaneers fans are not going to spring out of nowhere?
Yeah, my uncle's one of them. He's gonna start texting Ryan on the reg.
I've always
You're
liked
the
the Bucks.
best, baby! Hold it in, Ryan. Hold it in.
Seriously, if my uncle started texting Ryan, I think Ryan would break his phone in the first day and a half.
No, I would drive to his fucking house and beat him with a golf club. That's what I would do.
I would absolutely lose my mind if Rich posted a picture of himself in a creamsicle jersey with the hashtag BucksNation. I would geek out.
And he sends Ryan a text, just, you're a penis.
I mean,
See the pain in Ryan's face.
it's gotta feel pretty good though, right? He said, didn't you say you were gonna buy a jersey?
After this.
I mean, I would be excited.
Anyways, perception checks. Looking about, I think only one person failed here. Yeah. Everybody but Pavu. Catch sight of what appears to be a set of 4 squat figures sitting around what appears to be cherry red coals, not an open flame, with a slab of something cooking on top of it. Figures appear to be squat, bald, pale, and bearded. You see dark, twisted, what you can only assume to be weapons sitting at their sides. They have not noticed you. If you continue along the right wall, you can see what appears to be an opening, and around the corner you can see the edge of what you guess to be a stairwell leading up.
So, balding squat figures.
Yep.
Around embers.
They appear to be sitting around a pile of red-black coals.
And they're eating something.
They seem to be cooking something.
Can we smell what they're cooking?
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
I knew it was coming.
You set it up.
I know. I knew.
I wasn't gonna do it, and then you laid it out
I
there.
couldn't. I couldn't stop myself mid-sentence, so I knew the response was coming,
Can
and
you
it's deserved.
smell what the rock is cooking?
Oh man, I can't wait for John Cena to join that franchise.
He already did. You just can't see him.
I know. Well, that too, and the movie got pushed. he's Vin Diesel's brother.
Yeah. I love those movies, man, but they're so bad at the same time.
I haven't seen one since 3, I think.
Oh, I own all but like the latest 2. I love them. They're so good. Even crappy Tokyo Drift is good in its own way.
I kind of want to see Hobbs and Shaw just because, but
I did. It's on HBO.
all right on. So can I discern? Can I smell what they're cooking? I know I'm setting it up again, but like, I don't know our proximity to where we are, so I'm wondering if they took poisoned bear meat from the giants, and that's what they're cooking.
One quick side. Fast and Furious is becoming the Expendables, just over time as opposed to right out the gate.
Yes.
Which, awesome action films, by the way. If nobody's seen them, you should. They're fantastic. Anywho. You take a deep whiff. It definitely is some kind of meat. You can't tell what it is, so.
Alright, I'm just going to keep my stealth and continue towards that exit/stairwell.
Dave, did you throw Brady into chat just to try to rile him up again?
No, he put Brady in chat as a picture of a goat on the back of someone riding a bike.
Okay. So, in other words, yes.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Because I kind of want to respond to that, knowing that that's what it's about.
After.
Yeah.
Just do it after.
Fucking trolling Pats fans again.
And it's Dave.
I'm a Buccaneers fan. How do you think I feel? My reality has been shattered.
Dude, like I told you, man, it's a win-win.
No.
It's so win-win.
I
for
know
you.
it is,
Either
but it's not. But it's not. Because if they win, but if they win, it's not.
Fuck it, you get a ring. Your team gets a ring.
Yeah, they win, you get a ring, they tank because Brady sucks, and you're like, see?
I know, I'm aware. I have been plotting this for, like, weeks, but it's still, I don't like it.
I'm out. Just so you know, I am actively rooting against the Bucks to show how much Brady sucks. Just to show how much Brady sucks outside of his system.
The thing is, his system is... Never mind. After.
This is going to be a thing. I'll record that too. I'll just keep it separate just for us.
So yeah, you don't know what they're cooking outside of the fact that it's some kind of meat.
Alright, I'm assuming if it was poisoned the way I did, it would be noticeable. Like I said, I'm just going to keep the stealth. I'm going to go towards the exit/stairwell that you mentioned. Which you said we could approach sticking to the right, so I'll do such.
Alright, so Arix is continuing on to the stairwell. And he's going to go bio while we figure out what else we're doing.
He was going stairwell?
Eric said he was, yes.
And we're all at that level, correct?
You were all with him. I don't know if you're going with him to the stairwell. You had the
Fine.
4 figures around the coals to the one side and the stairwell to the other.
The figures around the coals are unmoving, correct?
They are definitely alive, and they seem to be chatting low voices to each other as they prod the meat cooking over the coals. But they aren't actively up looking around for you, no.
Yeah, to the stairwell.
Barrage, the door.
I'm, yeah. Stairwell.
Alright, everyone's going to the stairwell.
Well, Dave, why aren't you?
Man, they just saved me. I'm not that bad.
Yeah, you've been pretty bad at your mission.
I haven't been that bad.
If you say so.
Dave, you're gonna get smited.
Alright, sorry.
As we're moving along, can I get a better look at any of them?
Sure. Possible.
Wait. I'll kill Dave. I don't know what he's doing, but...
They appear to be dwarf-like, except with ashen gray skin and snow-white beards. Their forms seem to be a bit more twisted and gnarled than a typical dwarf.
Don't fuck with the Dwergar.
Huh. I'm gonna look interested, but then follow my group.
Alright, as you approach the stairs, they seem to be been crafted and carved from some kind of foreign sandstone. Barrage, you immediately realize that this stone is not natural to the cavern you're in. However, it is clearly a fine make. They seem to rise quite aggressively, though it does not twist or turn, seeming to instead be a massive carved stone staircase.
I will begin up the staircase.
I will use stone cunning.
2.
To find out if this has some sort of trick to it or if it's just stairs.
Well, if you're just looking at it, it looks like it's stone. I can tell you that without a roll.
Yeah, I don't think that's how stone cutting works.
Not anymore.
So stone cunning just... Yeah, fuck, I need to read this.
It's knowledge of stone and stone works.
This is how I keep the rules lawyer off his game. I keep changing his race up.
It's knowledge of stone and stone works, like crafting purposes for it, but it's not like are they trick stairs or a trick door kind of thing.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find out what this used to be used for back when it was made.
stairs. I can tell you that without a roll, too.
All right.
I'm not sure what you think you're trying to do, but
It sounds like he's trying to figure out what the stone's past life was.
stone. That's
All right.
without a roll, too.
Cool, guys. I'm just gonna follow up.
Okay. I was gonna say, are we really stealthy? You're like, guys, this used to be stone. I was gonna be really mad for a second. Alright, so I'm just gonna continue up.
Alright, as you continue up, Arix, you suddenly feel like you walk into a wall. And you're unable to rise after about 100-foot ascent on the stairs.
I put my hand out and start feeling around.
You feel as if you are pressing against a solid wall.
Wall here. Do you think, Chris? Speak, friend, and enter.
I'm going to go up and feel the wall that he's talking about.
You walk up and your hand passes through the space where Arix was pressing against. You sense nothing.
Dwarf magic.
I'm going to try to find a switch or some sort of thing to turn off the magic barrier.
Investigation.
$13. Unless I get stone cunning, and then I get double my proficiency, which would be a 14.
Sure. You still don't find anything.
When he was touching the wall, could I reach through it, or did it still stop me?
You feel like you're pressing on a wall there.
I didn't know if it, like,
Nope.
created
Nope. You feel like there's a solid thing blocking you. No matter what else happened, it felt like wall, wall, wall.
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion as a cantrip. Wait, no, is that... Am I thinking the wrong spell? Hold on. Disguise Self. No, that's the first level. Okay, Minor Illusion is the one I'm thinking of. And try to walk through as a dwarf.
You once again walk into a wall.
Damn.
Well, I'll follow suit and step forward and test.
You have no problem. You don't sense anything.
Wonder if it's a living barrier.
The door?
Can anyone dispel magic?
Do you want to see if you could fit your arm through? Because I have a plan if you can.
I've tried to fit my arm through.
You sense nothing as your arm passes through the space where Arix is having such difficulty.
Alright guys, let's go kill those Duergar. And Arix will drink their blood. Let's go.
Or
I could get in my my bag of holding and see if you could carry me through that way.
That also works.
I just hold Arix's hand and see if that try to guide him through.
Alright,
Is that
man.
weird?
If you guys don't want to kill the Duergar,
I don't want to start a fight with an unknown size clan. I'll hold the door's hand.
Your hand seems to crunch against an invisible barrier as the door attempts to pull you through. At the door, you feel no resistance until your arm gets to the point where you'd be pressing Arix's hand through.
Okay, I'm gonna walk through.
You and your familiar have no problem.
I am then going to order Sheila to go on Eric's shoulder and have Eric's re-attempt to walk through.
I don't wanna. Is he dead?
Dead? No, he wouldn't be moving if he was dead.
I'm not that stupid. I know what undead are.
Oh, undead. Yeah, he's undead.
Why didn't you say so? Clearly, it's a protection against undead spell.
Any idea how to break it?
Find the source, turn it off, dispel, or trick it.
I'm going to climb into my bag of holding.
Or he goes another... Wait, what?
So there is a bag of holding sitting on the stairs. If someone could grab that and try to bring it through.
I'm gonna go grab it.
Well, guess that worked too.
And Sheila climbs back up the door's leg, up to his shoulder again.
Man, I want to throw it at the fucking...
Dave, I will come to your house and stab you in person.
And then I walk through the barrier.
It seems to go through no problem.
Because the bag of holding is other planar.
I'm wondering if it's going to propel you out, though. Or propel him out.
Well, let's find out. Once you get on the other
Perhaps.
side, let me out.
Let's go a little bit further.
So he flies farther if he gets propelled?
Well, no. Maybe it's like a certain barrier, so if we got on the other side, it would propel him forward rather than backwards down the stairs. is my thought. All right, so I'm gonna go 10 feet up and then let him out.
Alright. Pulls it up. Arix, you come out. Everybody else perception check.
Oh, the die tonight. They're hot.
Well, your perception has not been good the past couple sessions anyway.
Fire. Well, I don't have any plus, so.
Barrage and the door. You note that as Arix climbs out of the bag, there are 3 small forms clinging to him.
Oh,
They
the
are
Your baby.
tiny kobolds.
You have some things on you. I don't know what they are, and they're kind of creeping me out.
They appear to be tiny kobolds.
in response to Braj, I'm just going to say they're called scales. You have them.
No, look. And I'm going to point.
Looking down, Arix, you see your young clinging to you.
Are they as... I don't know really how else to word it. Undead as me.
They appear to be about a foot in length, each, hanging from you. They appear to be almost sleeping as their claws seem to hook painlessly onto your scales. You note curiously, they each have a blood jaw.
Okay. Eric's need find food. And with that, I'm going to just kind of take my bag of holding from Braj and continue the trek.
I'm saying there was some Duergar down there.
Too big. Sheila, go find some bugs for the youngins.
What?
Can you hunt down some bugs for the offspring?
Wow. This is what I've come to already?
That's this session. That's...
Wow. Fine.
He scrambles up the stairs, rapidly leaving you all behind. As he leaves the 10-foot radius, you lose magic resistance. No, you can immediately still sense where he is.
Okay.
If there's not one line that better describes this group.
Alright, what are you guys doing?
Continue up the steps, I guess.
Yeah, continue on the way out, because it just seemed like the one path up.
You continue marching up the stairs in fine order. When suddenly, after another 100 feet or so, you're met with Sheila coming back down, clutching against his chest what appears to be a small pile of squirming cockroaches. Bugs, found them. Happy.
I will reach out for the cockroaches.
He happily relinquishes them to you as many of them scatter as he does so.
Holding as many as I can, I will try to hold them out to the young to feed.
The young around you seem to stir slightly as they seem to sense the food. They eagerly snatch and bite and collect cockroaches from themselves before returning to a almost sleeping-like pose, clawed and curled against your body.
Well done, Sheila. What would you like as a reward?
You make me a bug catcher. I have more dignity than that.
Feeding the young is a great honor. I apologize.
You owe me.
Arix and Young, thank you too, even if not ask.
Fine, you owe me too. And he climbs back up the door's shoulder.
I go to pet under his chin again.
That doesn't make up for it, though.
I'll do my best. I appreciate it.
So what are they called?
Kobolds?
Oh, you don't have names for them?
Not named yet, in danger. No, we'll name one safe.
Okay.
Eric's not named Egg, not know what come out of Egg.
I know, it's like they're a whole race of you, though. I feel like I want to name them the Arixi.
They are Bloodjaw.
It's not a bad naming convention.
It's not. It's really not. I might go with that, but again, still in danger. Can try to make it out of here without any further incidents.
Yeah, you're already dead. It's fine.
Yeah, but I don't want to die again. I don't know if, since I'm undead, if I can even be reincarnated. Not that I would have taken the option.
Ooh. Ooh. I like this one.
Yeah, and then I try to speak to any of you as like Arix or one of the other characters, and you're all like, "You just said Arix 4 times. What the fuck is going on?"
This Arix, that Arix, that Arix, that Arix. This is Arix.
Because you all don't get confused enough.
No, but that's what makes it great. Because that would make complete sense to Arix.
Look, it really does make complete sense to Arix, believe me.
Alright, continuing up, you seem to go another 50 to 60 feet before you reach what appears to be a landing. You find yourself in a quiet, almost round stone chamber. The walls and ceiling seem to be carved as opposed to natural. You also see what appears to be a partially rotted stepladder leading up to another floor. The room you're in seems to have various bags and partially opened boxes arrayed around. You notice a number of tools seem to be adorning the walls as well. Hammers, pickaxes, and pythons.
We're gonna look for a secret door.
As a dwarf.
As a dwarf. Investigation, I'm assuming?
Yep.
13.
Looking around, you find what seems to be a frame of a door set in one wall. You're not sure how to open it, though.
What the hell?
I think this might be a door. No clue how to open it.
What is the door?
We're gonna trace the outlines of the...
It's the door.
I'm gonna trace the outline with my hand. As far as I can reach.
You follow the seam all the way around, noting the door is only about 5 feet in height.
I'll inspect the crease that he's searching and nearby.
Yeah, you will.
Um, 18.
Alright, you manage to find a small catch on one end. As you press it, you hear a low click, and the door seems to press outwards ever so slightly.
I'll try to push the door further.
The door swings open silently as you look out to see what appears to be the slumbering forms of 3 giants. A large bonfire seems to be burning down to embers, and you can see fat and gristle from what appears to be the remains of bear carcasses dripping on those coals.
Ooh. Are they sleeping giants or are they dead giants?
Go find out if you want.
Does this look like the camp that we... Can I see, like, giant stone...
This is the same camp.
Okay, yes, I am immediately going to stealth and go check out to see if they're still alive.
Alright, stealth roll.
Before I do, I'm going to try to pull the young off my back and put them in a bag or hand them to someone else and be like, hold these.
They cling to your scales.
Low hiss and stealth check is a 29.
As you creep out, you note that... Give me an intelligence check. It's fucked up, Dave.
19.
As you start to creep out, you note that there are numerous stinking wet piles around the giants' forms. Clearly, vomit. The giants don't seem to be dead, though they seem to be very much the worse for wear, as ragged, slow, and shallow breaths seem to be coming from all their forms.
Alright, going back to the party quickly, I'll say, they're not dead, but they're not good. Shallow breaths. Clearly sick.
Let's slit their throats. Mission complete.
Then we send them to their god.
I draw my bow and go out. And I'm basically going to do exactly that. That's like, as the party emerges, I'm just going to find one and put one through his eye.
I'm going to motion barrage to go in, and I am going to work the door as support.
I'm gonna look at me. Me, no, I'm injured. You go.
I have no blades. Slit the throat and let's be done with it.
Exasperated. I'm gonna go find one and put my get to in position to do a coup de grace. And as soon as I hear a noise, I'm gonna do it.
The noise is gonna be me firing one into the skull of a fucking giant.
I will have my short swords, one by the temple, the other by the closest eye. Like as soon as it's time, just
Yeah.
You hear a dull thunk and squelch noise
I do
as
it.
Arix releases his arrow, followed by the squelch and crunch of Pavu's blades. And Braj,
Yep.
what are you coup de grace with?
With my long sword and short sword.
Double hand swinging down, you bring them down with a wet thwack into the throat of the sleeping giant.
I'm moving about the camp, continuing this process. I'm going to retrieve my arrow every time I can.
Well, you only have to see the three giants.
Oh, I thought there was a tent of women and children and stuff.
There was a tent with a child that was blighted. Twice.
Is the tent still there?
The tent is still there, along with the puddle of goop.
I'm going to go check out the tent. Was it
All
just
right.
the four giants and a child?
That's what it looks like.
You mean the three giants and the child?
No,
I think there's a fourth one missing.
There is a fourth one missing currently. So stealth into the tent. 23.
You stealth over the tent, and you see the rotted, stinking offal that is the remainder of the blighted child. You see no other figures in the tent.
Turning back from the tent to the rest of the party, I just shake my head.
It helps when you speak, Dave, not type.
Where's the fourth one?
Just keeping a perception about as I go to rejoin the group. Waiting for Lawrence to initiate that combat.
As you look about, you realize you came out of the base of the massive statue. In fact, you came out of what you'd say is the heel of the statue.
The statue was built into the mountains, or into the plateau, right?
Plateau, yep.
Alright, I'm just going to gesture up, suggesting that maybe the giant is above us.
I will look up.
The imposing figure of the statue looms overhead. The plateau as well, blocking out much of the sun, creating the deep shadow in which you find yourselves standing in. But you see no sign of a giant, either scaling the statue or standing atop the plateau high overhead.
I'm gonna start searching the body of the body I killed.
Alright, well, it's got massive set of patchwork armor, comprised of both animal skin, almost whole patched together, animal skulls, and a few studs of giant raw ore. He also has a ginormous great axe, which you're confident you couldn't even lift a small portion of it. His boots you could swim in. His belt would make a massive train behind you. His head adornments and ornaments would serve as cover should you be attacked. You find a few other odds and ends, such as massive animal bones, jangling about his person, but otherwise nothing else of value.
Sweeping about the camp real quick, I'm going to look for a pair of a set of tracks that head away in a direction, not just for a giant moving to the side to be sick or something.
Investigation.
I'm gonna watch his back as he's doing that.
Oh, if you're doing that, then I'll go to the next giant and loot the other ones.
Same.
Investigation's going to be a 17.
You do spot a set of tracks moving back out into the woods where you saw the original hunter heading off to.
I point.
I'll fall in step.
I'm gonna go loot the tent. See if there's anything in there.
You find a set of crude wooden cubes and toys. Clearly something the child has been playing with. These as well seem massively oversized for anything convenient to carry.
I have more pressing matters. I'm not waiting for Brush.
Alright, I'm gonna follow the group.
I don't want to be surprised by a frost giant.
Alright, so right on Eric's heels.
And Arix is going where?
Following the tracks, heading out towards where the original one, or the original scout, went.
Alright, perception. Or survival, rather, since you're tracking.
Survival's going to be a 26.
With your nose to the dirt almost, you start following the tracks of the giant. Attempting to find where your prey has gone. Perception for everybody?
I finally rolled decent, and Dave's just like, fuck it.
All right, at
What's
least
the
it's perception.
What's the travel order?
Me at the front.
You at the front probably said he was on your heels.
Yeah, I'm coming up the rear because I just searched that body. Or the tent, rather.
Canada's 3.
Raj, what's your AC?
14.
You are surprised as a blast of pain shoots through you. And you take 14 points of damage as a massive great axe slams into your back as from behind a nearby boulder stands upright a frost giant. And booming giant. I am Kalahubaki! You have killed my brothers. I will slay you for their honor price. Of course, only one of you understands that.
It ain't me.
And initiative.
I will yell to the party, we killed his brother, and now we kill him.
I can get behind that. Dave.
I rolled a nat 20, and I still can't beat Adam.
Dude, I have a 14.
Jesus.
He's supposed to act first. I rolled a 19.
I rolled a 1.
Dave, you suck, though. We know that. We get it.
It's okay. The only reason he surprised you is because I had a nat 20 on my stealth. Alright, so I got a 30, a 21, a 4, and a 25. Arix, you are the first to act.
Yep. Alright, how close is he?
You were in the lead, so he is roughly 25 feet from you.
open area, or are we sort of covered?
You are in relatively medium forested zone.
Okay. Moving 10 feet to the side so I can take my, so I can get my third arrow. I will fire 3 shots at him.
Okay.
Actually, let me. Hold on, double checking something real quick. So I have arrows that I've previously doused in poisons as we've been going on, varying levels. Not to the strength of the concoction that I put on the bears,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to fire those at them.
All right.
12, 9. So 3, 5, 8, 12. First attack's a 22.
22 hits.
Second one's going to be a 20, not nat.
Hits.
And third's an 18.
Hits.
So 4, 9, 9, and 10. 18, 28. 28 damage.
The giant grunts as your 3 arrows pierce. Searching for sign of the effect of your poison, you find none.
I had hoped.
Anything else? You've moved a little bit, you've attacked. Don't have much in the way of options left, but...
Nope, but I can hide as a bonus action. Which I will do, nat 20.
Okay, yeah, I ain't beating that 20. Alright, the door.
Can you give a quick synopsis of my immediate surrounding?
Trees, giant, barrage, pavu, hidden Arix.
Little hand wavy there.
He said quick.
No, that's what I needed.
See?
Sorry, I thought it was looking more positional.
I know it was. But
No, that's exactly what I needed.
Chris tells me when he wants to know how far he is from things. That's what he asks me. How far am I from X, Y, or Z? When he wants that.
It's fair.
He was clearly looking for environmental usage.
Yep.
See?
I am going
I know my players.
I'm
What?
gonna hide behind a tree in like 3/4 cover and call lightning on.
You would.
I
I'm
know my
outside again.
Dex a save, a 15.
Fails. He has a penalty to Dex. Sadly.
Good.
Sadly for my rolls.
11. 17 damage.
A bolt of lightning flashes out of a clear sky as storm clouds start to gather in its wake, striking the giant fully on. He gives a shout of surprise and a muttered set of giant curses. Anything else?
Yeah, as long as I'm hidden and behind a tree, I'm good to go.
All right, Pavu.
Alright, so we still have the one giant.
Yep.
How far away?
From you, he's about 20 feet.
Close the distance.
Attack of opportunity. What's your
10-foot reach.
AC is 19.
Come back, D12. You're my only hope. You take 20 points of damage.
Okay.
With a grunt and a spin, you continue to close the distance. Getting up to the giant, you raise your mighty short swords and... I'm assuming that's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm... Yep. Oh. Alright, short swords. $20 for the first.
It's...
10 for the second.
10 does not hit.
Um, 9 damage.
He grunts as your blade cuts deep.
I will action surge. Attack again.
Okay.
Fuck. One, nat 1,
Uh-oh!
nat 20. Are you?
Wow. That's...
What a contrast.
Wow. Alright, so nat 1 with the main hand.
So unfortunately, your blades seem to interfere with each other, preventing your critical hit with your offhand. You do still hit, though.
Alright.
Not as bad as it could have been.
Am I hitting with 1?
You're hitting with your offhand, yeah. Your blades clanged off each other as you lose your grip ever so slightly, knocking your blade from what clearly would have been an arterial hit to instead a flesh wound.
9.
9 more damage. Little brother, you shall be crushed. I shall make jam of your bones.
I am the one who subjugates.
You are the one who dies, he says, and swings his axe once again.
I'm assuming
And-
this isn't giant, correct?
Yes, it's all giant. It's all giant. Hitting you 2 strokes. Dealing 25 with the first. And 31 with the second.
I will use Stone's Endurance. So, D12 plus Constitution. So I will negate 14 of that damage.
Alright.
So how much total do we hit for?
That'd be 42.
was a hit. Ooh.
Those were some good D12 rolls. I had an 11 in one set of rolls and a 12 in the other. I mean, I'm rolling 3d12 for each hit, so.
Fucking frost giants, man. That's why I didn't want to fight them as a group.
That wasn't even my best shot!
I was the first one who wanted to go to war.
Barrage, you're up.
Brian, how hurt are you?
Yeah.
Hurt. He just took 40, He just took 42 damage.
Damage.
Yeah, but
I'm
didn't you have like
20
90?
Not to mention the opportunity attack right before
What
that.
do you mean am I at 90? I took 42 damage, Dave. What the fuck does my total health mean? I took 42 damage in a swing.
2 swings.
One attack.
There you go.
I'm at 22 of 84.
Alright. Yeah, I guess I will. Is he within range of me? Or do I need to
You
move
are
up?
10 feet from him.
So if I move in, I'll get an attack of opportunity.
If he's got an extra attack of opportunity left, maybe.
He does, because he just acted.
No, he doesn't. Just took it.
Does, because he just acted. It refreshes every time you act.
He's got a reaction.
You can always disengage and get closer.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. That sounds terrible. I'm going to...
Ryan wants you to get hit.
Is that really out of character knowledge?
You tell me, Dave. You tell me.
I feel like I would... I'm level... What level am I? I would know that. I'm gonna cast Heat Metal. Actually, does he have any... Was it manufactured metal on him? His Patrick armor? Or his...
That armor has unhewn stone deposits, metal deposits on it.
That doesn't work. What about his Great Axe?
The haft seems to be made of wood. Apparently a tree trunk. With metal cap, butt, and blade.
Is the butt? No, I guess that wouldn't work. Fuck me.
True story. Just saying. Yes.
Dude, fucking America and priorities. Although
Hey,
I guess Canada...
They already tried to do without it, man. I think they learned their lesson.
Yeah.
Prohibition.
Touche.
They learned what happens when you try to say no booze.
Touche.
I guess I will cast Dissonant Whispers on him, which is a Wisdom save.
Dave, you're literally such a fucking tool.
Does he have to be able to understand you or just hear you?
Just hear me.
No, he's gonna get TB12 tattooed right here on his cheek.
DC 16.
That
You
is
do look
4.
like a tool right now, Dave.
Why?
He fails.
What do you mean, why? Look at yourself. Look at yourself.
You can see yourself on camera, Dave.
I can.
I can't wait till post session when Dave argues about why Tom Brady should wear number 12 at the Bucks.
There'll still be no AR-12, I'll tell you that.
So
Chris, let's not fight. We can fight after.
So 8 psychic damage and must immediately use his reaction if available to move as far away as allows from me.
Okay. Giant turns and moves 40 feet away. Babu gets the reaction.
Attack!
Now I'm just going to throw rocks at you, Dave. See how much you liked that last time.
Do I get both attacks?
No, it's a reaction.
$24 and crit threat. So, M critical 19. What? My math is terrible. I'm sorry. 19 and 8 is
17.
27.
Yes. That's what I said, isn't it?
No.
This is 17.
Yeah. That hits.
Alright, so, can you crit on?
You can crit on a reaction.
Does a 19 break?
It does.
Alright. So, roll some damage. $21 damage.
Okay. Your blade strikes, clearly clipping something important as blood spurts, dousing you in your giant cousin's blood as he turns to move away. Rah! His booming voice echoes out over the trees. Anything else there, Brush?
Yeah, I'm gonna move 25 feet to take cover in any which direction I can.
Okay. Arix, you're up.
How far away?
He is now 70 feet from you.
2 more arrows.
2 more arrows.
Uh, 26.
Hits.
And 20 not net.
Hits.
Any stealth attack since I was hidden? Or sneak attack, rather?
Yep. You get sneak attack on the first one.
Alright, so 4, 9. 9 with plus 3, so 12. And 8, 20. Alright, 20 damage on the first. Second attack is 17.
Alright. Arrows strike seemingly vital spots, pinioning beneath his arm, so his arm can't come all the way down, and another one seems to strike in his chest, piercing his armor. I hate you, Dave. Oh, snap. Sick burn. Hey, look, the douche zoomed in on himself and partially covered his camera. He's clearly trying to make a statement that makes no sense. Anything else there, Arix?
Hide. Bonus action. 18.
Alright. The door.
I'm gonna shift my call lightning.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Dave?
I don't know.
22 damage, 15 dex to half.
He's on quarantine. He's got cabin fever and he's already crazy.
Can you move it 40 feet?
That's a good question. The range of the spell is 120. I need to see how far I can actually move it.
Why is there a dinosaur? This is the first interaction Dave's had in weeks. In a week. How long you been working from home, buddy?
A day. It's been so long.
I can move it anywhere within 100 feet of me.
As an action, or?
It's a concentration spell, so yeah.
Huh.
Can 60% on a point. You see the spell fails. No, I don't even think it's an action. I just have to concentrate on it, and I have another spell.
Alright.
If it doesn't require concentration, that is. So I'm gonna
I
do
will
that.
trust you. I won't read up on you. Trusting you here, Chris.
When you cast a spell, choose a point. You see.
I said I was trusting you.
On each of your turns until the spell ends. Oh, you can use your action to call it down. Okay, yeah, it is my action. Sorry. Alright, 22, 15 and a half.
Half it.
11.
He seems to dodge aside, catching burns on half his body only. He roars as blood seems to pour from his crackling, pierced skin. Clearly seen better days, but his rage won't let him quite run away. Anything else?
I remain in 3/4 cover and end my turn.
Babu!
Yep, I'm laying waste.
You're charging 40 feet?
You said he looks far worse for the rare.
He's pretty beat up, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna rage and rush forward.
Rage is a bonus, right?
Yep.
Alright, so you get one attack with advantage. That hits.
$11 damage.
He grunts in pain. Clearly seems to be on his last legs. When he puts his head back and bellows, and you can see adrenaline seems to pump through his veins as his arms seem to grow 2 sizes this day. As his eyes focus...
I'm sorry. Would 2 more damage kill him?
No.
Okay. Well, he takes 2 more. So it was 11, 13 damage.
And as his eyes turn down on you, you note that they seem to be pulsing with blood. As rage fuels his muscles, and his anger and his ability to stay on his feet. And his axe comes down in a mighty swing, and then a mighty backhand. You dodge the first blow. The second, however, catches you.
You have resistance to bludgeoning and slashing, right?
Yep.
Dealing 34 points of damage, so you take 17.
Okay.
Barrage?
I didn't expect you to run after him, and I will run 25 feet towards, and then, how far away is he from me now?
Well, if he was 45 feet from you, and you ran 25 feet,
Well, no, he ran. I don't know how much I was to begin with, but he
you
ran
were
40 feet
10
away.
feet from him. He moved 40 feet further.
Okay, so that's 50, and then I ran 25 in any direction that gave me cover. So I didn't know what that was either.
Fair enough. So he is 70 feet. You move 25 feet closer. You're now 45 feet from him.
Okay, I will cast Dissonant Whispers again. Wisdom 16.
He succeeds.
And he takes...
He takes damage on a success.
Yep. 3 damage. He takes half.
Alright.
3 psychic damage.
Arix, you're up.
Distance. What's the distance between me and him?
You are now 75 feet.
All right, we're going with option A. I'm going to continue firing arrows at him while moving forward.
Okay.
Because I'm not close enough to pull off what my B was, I don't think. Involves movement. Crit threat. 18 hits, right?
As you draw the bow back, confident in your blow, one of your young twitches on your body, forcing your aim off just slightly. So it hits, but not a crit.
You cunt. Alright, second shot's a higher number.
Alright, both hit.
So 6, 11, 4, 5, 9, 20, 26. Still sneak attack or no?
Nope.
26 damage then.
Alright, your arrows strike home, driving like pile drivers into his flesh, pin cushioning him. However, in his rage, he seems to ignore the fact that you just dealt what would ordinarily have been a mortal blow. Anything else?
Are we in tall grass?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna chance it. I could take dash as a bonus action too. I'm gonna get close.
Alright. So your normal movement was
30.
So you 30, and then you move up another 30.
Yep.
All right. So you are 15 feet from
And that's it.
the door.
17 damage, 15 to half.
I need to check something. Almost opened up to the correct page right off the bat. Alright, how much damage and what's the roll?
17 and 15.
Babu, please make the roll. Half for the giant.
Is he rolling for my attack? Because
Yep.
I can place it 5 feet behind the
You
giant.
said you were targeting him.
I was just trying to expedite things. I'm sorry.
It happens.
So
Wizards do it all
am I
the time.
rolling?
You're rolling a dex save against the lightning.
Nat 1.
You take double damage. How much was it?
17.
So you take 34 points of lightning damage.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
The errant blast fires down. The giant dodging aside, taking only partial damage. Well, you have advantage on that, don't you, due to rage? Doesn't rage give you advantage on that?
No, I don't think so anymore.
Uncanny dodge or something.
That's what I thought. I thought rage gave you something like that.
I don't think it's rage. I think it would just be barb level, but
Yeah,
I
but
think
my
level
bar
one.
level is...
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I can't dodge it,
3.
I believe it's 3.
Danger sense at second level.
Yeah, but I would know.
Well, it's a spell you can see, yeah. If you've got danger sense.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, and you have advantage. I thought rage gave you something there.
re-roll that nat 1 to a 2.
No, I actually re-rolled the nat 1 to a nat 1.
Oh, damn.
Oh, Jesus. Alright.
Alright. So, yeah.
Second version.
Pablo falls unconscious. The giant roars in triumph as his enemy lays down beneath him. His eyes focusing now on Arix and Barrage.
Fuck. I was confident in the party. I wouldn't have done this.
Pavu, death saving throw, please. This is where you roll a nat 20 and you're back on your feet.
11.
Alright, one of the good. The giant steps forward. 10 feet, closing to within range of putting Barrage right next to him, and Arix within range. On one swing, swings down at Barrage. AC? 14, right?
Yep.
Connecting. And his backswing strikes out at Arix. What's your AC?
Oh, Christ. 16?
Connecting with him as well. Barrage.
Can I... Oh, this is a bad question. Can I sacrifice myself as far as the AC goes to make sure that the kids don't get hit?
Yes. I'll allow that.
Alright, I don't know what penalty you want from that.
Oh, I'm going to add extra damage.
Alright.
Barrage, you take 20 points of damage.
Oh, I don't like where this is going already.
Arix takes 40 points of damage.
Holy Christ. Okay.
Well, rather, nobody else is alive that speaks it. Braj, you're up. All I did, Adam, was re-roll the lowest of the 3 d12s that I rolled, and it came up with a 12 instead of a 5.
I guess I'll roll my best attack spell.
I mean, I did specifically ask if I could do the thing, so...
Yeah, so I will cast
Dissonant Whispers.
Dissonant Whispers on him.
My best attack spell, the only attack spell I know.
As soon as Dave said it, I knew it. And he fails the roll again.
$11 damage. Psychic.
His mind seems to rack in pain for a moment, and he turns to flee. You get a reaction.
Holy crap, I'm a crapple.
Crap, you're a cripple.
Both things that are great to say on a stream right now in 2020.
I said crap, you're a cripple.
24.
24 hits.
Dave's dealing damage this round? What's going on?
11 damage.
All right, the media.
So Dave can't deal damage as long as Ryan's alive? Is that what's happening?
It's pretty much how it's like worked out.
Ryan drops, Dave starts hurting things. Ryan gets back to his feet, Dave can't hurt anything.
So another 11. But that's slashing. But it is +1, so.
More blood seems to flow freely from the giant's wounds as he flees another 40 feet from you. Possibly saving Arix from being smashed the next round.
Oh no, you're fucking with me right here. Seriously? he's fleeing twice in the same round?
Dave made him flee.
Twice in the same round, though?
No, it's not the second time. It's the first time he's moved
So
back.
he's just moving 40 feet?
Away, yeah.
Okay.
What, you upset if he moves 80?
Yeah. Actually, kinda.
He only moves 40. I think 40 keeps him in range of Chris's spells as well, so.
Let me play it out.
Well, it is your turn.
Alright.
Wait.
Sorry, Dave might have something else he wants to do in his bonus action.
Dave, I swear to fucking God.
No, my movement. Can I hide behind a tree or something?
You can head back to the trees.
I'm just gonna try to spread out from the rest of them.
Okay. Alright, Arix, you're up.
Alright. Because of the description that you've given as far as this giant's enrage, how
That's
blood is pulsing through him.
Yep.
My move is I'm going to take my bonus action to dash back into range, and I'm going to tell my 3 kids that it's time to drink up, and we're all going to bite and start drinking this fucker's blood.
So you're dashing forward another 30 feet, 60 feet?
I move 30, so I can dash to cover
You can
the
dash
extra.
up to double the speed, yeah. That does... No, Dave makes him use his reaction, so he does have a reaction, yeah. So you're dashing right up on him and launching the kids at him?
Launching myself and the kids at him, and we're all biting. Because this is a bonus action for me to run up.
Yep.
I'm assuming I can tell the kids to bite down
Yeah.
and drink freely as kind of a free.
Melee attack with your bite.
Nat 20.
Roll for hit. Roll for crit.
18.
That's a crit with your jaw.
What's... I don't know what blood jaw damage is.
D12.
Alright. Any modifiers?
Nope.
11.
You gain 11 hit points back. As your children launch from your body and sink their own blood jaws into the beast. Two of them manage to clamp on. One misses. As they clamp on, you physically watch as their bodies expand and grow. The third starts muling and crawling back toward you. The giant seems to be teetering on its feet. Blood loss finally kicking in. The door.
How far is Pavu?
Pavu is... You haven't moved forward, so 70 feet.
I'll double move to Pavu.
Alright. So 60?
No. 70.
70. Oh, okay.
And I will use a bonus action for Shillelagh.
Shillelagh! Shillelagh's not a concentration?
I don't believe so.
Enchantment spells tend to be, that's why I ask.
I thought Shillelagh was completely different. I'll double check, but...
It could be, and it's cantrip, so they're always a little different too, so...
It's a bonus action, right?
It is a bonus action, which is why I use it with the double move, but...
It might just be that.
Just go ahead. I'll let you know in a second.
Pavu, death save.
$17.
2 to the good.
It is not concentration.
Alright. The giant, in a roar, drops its axe and attempts to double fist hammer plumb down on Arix. Nat 20. And you have a 16, you said?
Yep.
Oh, 15. Doesn't get a crit.
Probably doesn't need it.
Aw, come on. Where's your sense of adventure?
I'm down for the... What did I just do? Where's my sense of adventure?
You take 15 points of damage.
I thought it was going to be more.
That was with his fists.
Okay.
He attempts to grapple you. Please make a dex or strength check, your choice.
Okay.
Pretty sure I know which one you want to do.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. It's going to be an 18.
He grips you, lifting you up into the air. Bloody spittle flies from his face into yours.
If he's...
You gain 2 hit points.
I was going to say... if he's bleeding at me, I'm trying to eat it.
No, come back, Chris. It's your turn. I said he was going to... I'd assume he was going to heal you, Ryan. But he did cast Shillelagh, so I don't know.
Defense mechanism, bonus action.
Yeah. We all agreed Chris was about to heal Ryan?
Probably. The odds are like...
I need a unanimous vote on this.
It's like a 97.5% chance that he was about
I need a unanimous vote on this.
Yes, he was gonna heal Ryan. Well, no, he might have cast lightning bolt or call lightning again, right? Because that's still active.
That's gonna cause different problems. With my kids on the Giants' back, I think he's gonna heal Ryan.
Yeah, he might cast call lightning.
Chris isn't the kind to cause problems like you would, you fuck.
I don't know. If it was me.
Your out of character makes me want to murder your character. Just...
I know.
Alright, I think we have to wait. Ryan wouldn't vote, and Dave wishy-washied it.
Well, because I think the giant's close to being down, which would then...
What, you were looking vote for what?
I wanted a unanimous vote if Chris was about to heal you.
I would assume.
Dave, move the goddamn dinosaur.
Rawr.
I hate you.
Rawr.
I hate you so much. God damn it. Chris is wasting my beautiful battle music.
Good thing you're back, Chris.
Finally, Chris. God, Chris.
Chris, what do you do?
I wasn't gonna go that far with it.
Sorry. Quick recap. What happened? The last 2 minutes.
Arix charged in, launched his kids and himself at it, bit into him, then got smashed and picked up. He's being held now aloft by the giant who is teetering on his feet. Barrage is hiding or spread out from some trees. Pabu is down and you're standing over him after you just cast slightly a turn before. No, Dave, it's just a zombie apocalypse. That's what my coworkers are saying. We're waiting for the zombies to rise now.
We did a small vote to see if you would heal Ryan now, and we just kind of like everybody went in a different direction.
3rd level spell, Ryan. You get 24 back.
Alright, so I'm at 24.
That's what I voted. I knew you wouldn't leave a man down.
Anything else?
I'm done.
Pabu.
I'm up and one's around me.
You can see the giant holding Arix aloft, about 40 feet from you. You can see clinging to the giant are 2 of the young kobolds, and one seems to be sprawled into blood at its feet.
I will dash in.
Dashing in. Wow. Alright. He misses his reaction to hit you.
And with a roar to Bane, I will attack with both weapons. First stack is 20.
Hits.
10 damage.
As your blade strikes, it's as if you've taken the last of the beast to life. He groans, and with a thunderous clap, drops to his knees, his hand still holding Arix before its face. Crush you! And he falls forward, dead, face planting to the earth, with a crack-a-boom. Arix goes sprawling from his hands. Victory.
Huzzah!
Alright, so first off, you said one of my children fell and was in the blood at his feet?
Mm-hmm.
Rush into that one.
That one mules as you pick it up, quickly latching back onto you.
I'll cup a little bit of blood if I can and feed it to it.
It coos warmly and seems to fall asleep.
Alright. And then, if anybody's got anything to do quick, go ahead, because I got a plan too.
For me, mission successful. I'm done.
I'm gonna heal myself.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go to the giant's face and see if I can turn it.
Oh boy. Give me a wisdom check.
$22.
You take a moment and carve into the giant's face. After a moment, the beast stirs and starts to rise to its feet.
I'm gonna start freaking out and ready my weapons.
I hold out an arm in Barrage's direction. Giant's mine now. Giant kill for ball.
And it turns and starts shambling off, clearly uncoordinated.
What? What did we just do?
You hear as the beast shambles away. Yes and no, Chris. Yes and no.
Arix, what happened?
I think you get a little bit more control with yours, but I think mine lasts longer. Just as a quick piece by piece. Giant hurt Arix and friends, so now Giant hurt others in name of ball.
Here in the distance.
So it's just gonna indiscriminately start attacking things? How come it didn't attack us?
You are friends of ball.
Alright, I'm friends of ball. Mistress of... Oh god, what did I get myself into?
You said the other two kobolds had grown after drinking. How large are they now?
They're about 1.5 feet each, and they're no longer seeking to cling on you. They seem to stand up from the dirt and waddle on over, following you. They appear to be very similar in appearance to yourself.
Alright.
So you're just gonna start maniacally laughing? Alright, cool.
I am literally maniacally laughing. Arix probably wouldn't find it as funny.
Oh.
Adam, you want to re-describe it for Ryan since he wasn't here?
After collecting the fallen, the knocked down kobold who wasn't able to latch on, it is clingy to me. The others are about 1.5 feet tall and now following me. And there is a turned giant who has been yelling something, something, ball, now shambling off into the distance. If you want what he's actually saying, that's Lawrence. I don't speak giant.
In giant, you heard it muttering, "Kill for ball." Essentially on repeat.
All right. I'm going to have to kill Arix.
I'm gonna gather everyone around. Can we please rest?
What, you mean here?
Yeah. Anywhere there's nice, warm, soft ground.
Giant's tent empty and Giant's not coming back.
I'm gonna cast Lumen's tiny hut somewhere and fall asleep.
Yeah, that does nothing for me again.
It does.
Yeah, you fit. We established you fit.
Oh, that's right. Yep, that's right. I'm medium.
Dude, Trugar, stay underground? Are we not in danger here?
Dwegar not know we here.
They might see the door open.
Can move. Can see in hut.
No.
Dwegar probably not stay out in sunlight.
Well, I guess we stay until morning then. I'll walk in.
Alright.
Alright.
Once they're all around me, I'm gonna cast Lumen's tiny hut.
Alright. As the comfortable warm temperature settles within the hut, you bed down for the evening. Each think your own thoughts of the happenings of the day, the victories, the callousness of all, and the strangeness you've all witnessed together. Have you succeeded in your mission? Are you satisfied with the outcomes? Are you ready to return? Or should you explore the lands of this great empire? Find out next time on D&D and Alamar!
Hey!
800 experience each.
What are you guys at?
Not what you're at.
Sorry, 1,000 experience each.
Nope.
Oh, so close.
Oh, I'm at.
I am 275 away.
Is that how close everybody is approximately?
Nine.
Can't hear you, Ryan. Mike's wiping your face. I hear clips.
900 away.
Yeah. Sorry, Dave. No boost then.
1.4. Roughly.
How did Dave get ahead of me? Nothing.
How did Dave get ahead of everyone?
I don't know.
Well, I can tell you how he got ahead of me.
You died.
Experience loss.
Yeah, fair. But Dave hasn't done his side stuff.
Well, that's Dave's
ahead.
fault.
Dave, how'd you get ahead? Or are you a level behind?
To be fair, I'm pretty sure I was